Hey, this is Andrew Shirvell with Florida Voice for the Unborn here. We are preparing for our big pro-life day of action at the state capitol here in Tallahassee on Tuesday, November 22nd. It's going to begin at 11 a.m. and conclude by 2 p.m. And so what I'm going to do now is give you a little bit of the lay of the land concerning preparing for the day of action, such as parking, how to get into the Capitol, and what we're going to be doing. Okay, so if you came to our day of action back in May, you know that the best place to park here, if you're visiting the state capitol, is at the Kleeman Parking Garage. Now, it's off of Bruno Street. That's Bruno Street. And here it is. There's also an exit off of Duval Street, but these streets are one way, so the best way to get into the Kleeman Parking Garage is to take the Bruno Street exit. Okay, once you park in the Kleeman Parking Garage, and I'm right now on the second level, the green level, you want to go over to the elevators, or if you're so inclined to go up the stairs, and go up to the plaza level. So hit P for plaza in the elevator. P for plaza. Okay, so once you get at the top of the elevator, you'll be at the plaza level. So like I said, hit P in the elevator for plaza. And now you are at the top. So I'm going to walk with the camera and go over to the Capitol. It's a little bit busy today. It's noisy, but oh well. We are going to go on over. So I'm walking right now. As you can see, there's a nice fountain I'm walking past. And there's benches. And there, we're coming up to a building which contains a nice coffee shop. So there's a lot of construction at the Capitol, even more construction than there was back in May. So we're going to have to navigate this new new circumstances. So I'm walking, continuing to go. You can see we're heading towards Duval Street, to the corner of Duval Street where the Capitol is. We're passing this nice Christian-owned coffee shop called La Florida Coffee and Wine. We're going past. That big building is the state capitol. It's the one they constructed in the 1970s, kind of ugly. And you'll see as you're passing by, there's some more statues. This kind of gazebo type structure. And we'll keep going. Now this is Duval Street right here. So Kleeman actually has a exit off of Duval Street, but like I said, this is a one-way. So if you're coming from out of town, best way is go through Bruno. And there's Duval right up there. As you can see, the state capitol is under quite a bit of construction. There was actually an entrance there, but it's all under construction. Can't get into it that way at all. So there's only one way into the Capitol, and that's what I'm going to be showing you. Okay, now we can walk over in the crosswalk. So this is Duval Street right here, and I'm crossing over to where all this ugly construction is. You have to follow the sidewalk. Tremendous amount of construction, just tremendous amount. So follow where I'm taking you. Now there's another crosswalk, right here. Be careful, because this is a one-way as well. Yeah, it's kind of busy today. You're going to want to cross over. This is if you're coming from Kleeman. You can go through here. See how we're going to get through. You can go through this parking lot. And I'm crossing over in the parking lot. This is this big building here is the House Office building. We're not going to go inside there. That's the House Office building. And here we go, heading towards the Capitol. So it's a little convoluted because there's construction. Go that way too. Here. And this big building here is the new Capitol, along with the big tower. But this is the new Capitol right here. Over here is the House Office building. I said we're not going to be going into that building this time around. On this side is the historic Capitol. It's a museum now. Okay, so we're continuing on now to the entrance for the new Capitol. That's where we are going to start our big pro-life day of action this Tuesday, November 22nd. So I'm walking here. This is the the Capitol complex, Capitol courtyard. I'm a little tired. But here we go. So that's the steps of the historic Capitol. That's where we'll be hosting our rally, which will conclude the day of action after we're done inside. So this time around, we're going to start inside the Capitol. And so we're going to go inside through those gold doors right there. That's the big tower. And we're going to go through security, and then we're going to be on the first floor of the Capitol. That's where we're all going to start gathering. So I'm walking on over to the Capitol doors. So on Tuesday, this is the only way into the Capitol building. Capitol visitor access. Of course, the building's open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So if you get here earlier, before 11 a.m., actually we're requesting people to start showing up between 10:30 and 11 a.m. This way we'll be all nice in place to go at 11 a.m. But you can come earlier, and there's seating inside, and it's a public building, so it opens at 8 a.m. And through those gold doors and through the security is where we're going to go. Okay, so this is Andrew Shirvell with Florida Voice for the Unborn. Again, we are now inside the Capitol. I went through security, and you can bring some snacks and water bottles in. Obviously, no sharp objects, no knives. Signs are allowed, but no sticks on any signs, just like the last time in May. Same rules and regulations. And so we're going to be gathering here between 10:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. on the first floor of the Capitol Rotunda. Everybody's come in. There's a few seats available, but not many. There are restrooms through this hallway right here. And the elevators are on this side, and there's also some other elevators in between here. And what we're going to be doing is, once we have enough people, we're going to start going up to the fourth floor, Capitol Rotunda, and that is where the legislature will be meeting in their organizational sessions. Of course, we won't be going on the floor, obviously, but we will be in the rotunda itself. And so these are the elevators. So come here between 10:30 and 11 a.m. on Tuesday, November 22nd. This is the first floor of the Capitol Rotunda. We'll all be gathering in here for our big pro-life day of action at the Capitol. Okay, I'm still here actually on the first floor. of the Capitol. I just wanted to point out that we are going to have stickers. It's a little bit backwards right now, but we are going to have stickers, and everybody's going to get one. This way you know you're with us. We'll also be distributing signs. Family for Life will have their own signs as well, and you can bring your sign too. You can bring it through the Capitol, and so we'll be distributing them inside the Capitol starting at 10:30 a.m. on this Tuesday, November 22nd, for our big pro-life day of action here at the Florida State Capitol. Okay, so we're at the elevators right here on the first floor of the Capitol Rotunda, and I'm going to select the 4th floor, so you got to hit 4, and then I'll give you the letter of the elevator which you go. Now this elevator only takes you to the floor that has been selected, so K is only going to go to the 4th floor. So we're going to take the K elevator for now. Yours could be different, and it's going to take us directly to the 4th floor. That's where we need to go. And sometimes when there's a lot of people here, the elevators can be quite busy, so I anticipate that it will be crowded, and it'll take us a while to get our whole group up there. So start off early by going to the 4th floor. And so this is the 4th floor of the Capitol Rotunda. Okay, so this is Andrew Shirvell with Florida Voice for the Unborn. Once again, I'm on the 4th floor of the Capitol Rotunda, and right now all these tables and chairs should be gone by Tuesday. This is just for the setup for the, I think, Sunday and Monday. That's what I've been told. Different stations, different things that the members, especially the new members, need to do to get set up. And so this all should be gone by Tuesday. Here is the chamber for the House of Representatives, and that's where the members of the House, 120 of them, will be conducting their organizational session, which begins at 10 a.m. So they'll actually start before we even get here, and it usually goes about an hour and a half to 2 hours at the very, very most. And so they should be done by noon at the very latest. And then they will exit through those doors, and we will be here to express our First Amendment viewpoints about wanting a total abortion ban here in the Sunshine State. And so on this side of the 4th floor is the Senate floor. And so, again, we are going to be there. The senators will be in organizational session starting at 10:30 a.m., and they should likewise only last about an hour and a half to 2 hours at the very most. So they should be done by 12:30 p.m., and they will exit through those doors. And hopefully they will come here and mingle with us, and as we expressed our opposition to abortion here in the Sunshine State, and we want full protections for all our unborn brothers and sisters. And so that's what we will be doing. Up here, if you could see, this is actually the 5th floor. That's where the chamber galleries are. Normally we would be able to access them and observe the organizational sessions. This time we won't be. They're reserved for family and friends of the senators and the House members, and so we couldn't even get in there even if we wanted to. But we are allowed on the 5th floor, and if we have overflow, I am going to encourage our attendees here at the Pro-Life Day of Action to go to the 5th floor and surround this banister here with signs that you're holding. We can't affix it to any fixtures, of course, but to come and hold them. And we will be praying here. We will be chanting, if they allow us to, in a non-disruptive way, of course. And we will be expressing our First Amendment viewpoints on the day of action. And once the organizational sessions are complete, we will, by mean we, the leaders of Florida Voice for the Unborn and Family for Life, and our postcard captains throughout the state, will be visiting the Florida Senate President's office and the House Speaker's office just to drop off those thousands of postcards that pro-life citizens have signed all throughout our state in the last 2 months. So a lot of hard work and we want to make sure that the leaders of the legislature receive those cards, and that we, like I said, we will be dropping them off in the atrium of their offices, and they know and expect these postcards to be delivered. So we will be doing that in the course of our Pro-Life Day of Action this upcoming Tuesday, November 20th. Okay, this is Andrew Shirvell with Florida Voice for the Unborn again. I'm actually on the 5th floor of the Capitol rotunda, and these are the galleries for the Senate and the galleries for the House of Representatives all the way on this side. Like I said, this time around at this Pro-Life Day of Action, we will not be permitted to enter the galleries because they are reserved for family and friends of the state legislators who are being sworn in on November 22nd. So what we will do is that we're allowed to come up here. There's some seating areas, as you can see, right here, and if you need to sit, this is the perfect place to do so. We are going to encourage people to, if we're overflowing on the 4th floor, to come up to the 5th floor as well, especially when the gallery's empty. The legislators' family and friends and other dignitaries will be leaving through security. There's only one way in and one way out, and this is another way to evangelize and witness to them. In addition, we'll be requesting people hold their signs in a prayer circle right up here on the 5th floor. And so, like I said, there's some nice seats here, so if you do need to rest, this is the perfect place to do it. So with that, I am going to now go back down the elevator back to the 1st floor. So if you're either on the 5th or the 4th floor, to let you know, we need everybody pretty much exiting the building by about 12:50 to start our rally outside on time at 1 p.m. So you're going to go back to the elevators and you're going to select the right number, which would be the plaza level. Okay, so once you come out of the elevators, that's PL for plaza level, you'll come back through. Now, you don't have to go through security, you just exit through those doors right there. And across the way is where we'll be having our concluding rally starting around 1 p.m. So give or take, depending on the day's events, and you'll figure that out as we go. But if you're coming and you're not able to attend the other events inside the Capitol, we will be starting around 1 p.m. outside, and that's where I'm going to be headed now to show you the conclusion. I've now exited the Capitol, and so I'm back in the Capitol courtyard. Now this is late afternoon, so there's a little bit more shade. The weather, we'll have to see how it goes on Tuesday, but dress for the weather. That's very important. You're allowed to take umbrellas inside the Capitol as well, and so if you need an umbrella, make sure you have one, and bring your signs out here. So for people that can't make the earlier events but want to just attend the concluding rally with our big guest speaker, Pam Stencil, you are welcome to start as early as you want to start coming here. This is exactly where the outdoor concluding rally is going to take place, right near the Capitol, right near the stairs of the historic Capitol. We are hoping that a number of legislators will be joining us and addressing us just like they did back in May, and the governor and members of his staff have also been invited. And so this is very important because this is going to set the tone for what we need to do here in Florida, which is the theme of our Pro-Life Day of Action: make Florida totally abortion free. So please join us on Tuesday, November 22nd, starting at 11 a.m. and concluding at 2 p.m. And then following the rally, I will have a short press conference here on the steps of the historic Capitol. If you want to stick around for that, I'd encourage you to do so as well. That'll probably be less than 10 minutes, and that will be the day. So please come on out and join us here at the Florida State Capitol for our big Pro-Life Day of Action on Tuesday, November 22nd. Thank you.